One day I decided I decline and I'm going to be who I'm supposed to be.
Okay. Alright. I see.
Hello, my name is Mario Bradford and this is my story. So I remember growing up, I've been a preacher's child for as long as I can remember, since I was two, something like that. And I remember growing up, not in that early age, but I remember growing, and there were times that you would be automatically volunteered for things because there were always things to do in the church, so you would be volunteered for it. And I remember declining. I remember saying I didn't want to do it. And because I was the preacher's child, I was then quickly told by different adults and sometimes my parents, you don't get an opportunity to decline because you have to do it. So I wound up doing a lot of different things that I didn't necessarily want to do, but it was expected to do because of the expectations that came from being a preacher's child. And though it meant well, and they meant well, the different ones who put those tasks on me that meant well, but over time I believe it became the thread of which I operated under different ministries, even when I became teenager, preteen, and wanted to do other things that my other friends were doing, but because of the expectation, I just followed suit with what was expected because I couldn't decline. Because it was expected, you do not decline. You become the assistant youth superintendent. You become whatever is expected because it's what you're supposed to do. And then one day it clicked. I think somewhere in college, and I think even after post college, I think it clicked that this is a draining life. This is kind of a draining thing to live a lot of your life doing what's been expected, and the fear of saying I decline. And I just don't think those words could come out of my mouth because I felt like doing what was expected was getting me different places, but I was really becoming what was expected and not really who I was, because if I became who I was, and then that wasn't really good enough. So one day I decided I decline and I'm going to be who I'm supposed to be. Didn't mean that it was any much different than what I already was, but it was learning to be my true authentic self, regardless of what anybody thought about it. And I think that has worked. So for those of you who are listening, you might have identified with that, and you might still be in that place that you feel like I am kind of another person's puppet. I kind of doing and being dangled around based on how they want me to, and I'm afraid to cut the strings. Before he formed you in the womb, he already knew what you were capable of. He already knew he designed you. It's a waste of energy for you to allow someone to dangle you. Decline and be okay with that. Learn to say no to you first. And once you can say no to you and say, I can't do that, saying no to somebody else is easy. So learn to embrace the purpose and plan that you have been designed for. It's good. It's okay. It might be different. He designed you that way. It's okay. I'm learning that it's fine. It's working, and it will work for you.